I'm fairly certain that this is not a pleasure. It is most necessary, but it's not joyful at all. Especially if you have a cloth that is not changed on your head constantly and frequently and very fast. I'm only at 37.8, which is a very, very low temperature, but it feels like cooking in a pizza oven. Okay, this is very pleasurable. It is very joyful. It feels like being at the Bahamas. It's not. It is extremely hot. And it's somehow my tummy, because it's so high up, feels like it's cooking. So it's a necessary treatment and it's really, really important. But don't expect it to be blissful joy. It doesn't really help when you look at your thermometer every 2 seconds, but somehow it feels like it's already at 40.4. So I have to admit that it goes a lot slower than I wish it to be. Okay, we've turned the lower part of the dome down to 4 because my feet are cooking and because they are so long. With my big shoe size, they're almost touching the top of the dome, and that is really, really hot. So we've turned down the bottom part of the dome, but keep the rest on 9 to keep up. And as I see, I'm at 38.1, and I'm looking every 2 seconds whether it's jumped up a degree, but unfortunately it doesn't go faster. Okay, 38.1 is actually where they say is the borderline. That's where you battle the most. Now, I battle since I'm in here. Okay, we've achieved 38.5, and it is actually really where you start to give in, relax, or give up, or whatever you want to call it. But it is that moment when you just surrender to the heat. My chest feels like it's cooking because the heat on the t-shirt, I think I have lost already about 2 liters of water. So it's very, very intensely wet and humid down here, and that probably helps with increasing the temperature. And again, as I said, it doesn't help if you look every 30 seconds whether it's gone up. Better is you have someone to talk to you, distract you, or you just completely relax into the zone, do nice meditation, forced meditation, and enjoy the healing procedure. I'm actually visualizing right now how my white blood cells are coming to life, how my bone marrow is kicking out hundreds more, thousands more into the bloodstream, and how they seek their way through my system, eating fungi, mold, bacteria, cancer, everything that shouldn't be in my body. And now I need a new cold towel over my head, please. Okay, when you really feel you are in a very desperate moment, you can request your support group to give you ice. But if she does it too long, then you get like me now, brain freeze. And that's not good. So then you need the cloth again. Okay, we've reached 39, and because this is actually a sample video for you to do at home, I don't want you to go higher, especially not if this is your first treatment or one of your first treatments. Really start slowly. If you feel uncomfortable, stop at 38.5, turn the dome off then. I have done it many times, so I can turn it off at 39.5 because I know exactly how my body reacts. But for purpose of demonstration, I'm going to turn it off. It's just bouncing between 39 and now it should go straight up again to 39.1. And that's the time when we turn it off now. We've turned the dome off. As you can see, there is no more power going into the dome, but I stay covered. I just stay as if it was still on. And what we want to see now is my body core temperature rising on its own. not by induced heat from the outside, but actually by a fever reaction of the body. And if that happens, that really indicates that my immune system has kicked in and is starting to do the job. Okay, we're now at 39.5 and going up still on own accord, on own fever temperature. And in order to stop the progress, that it doesn't go further, we put a little cloth, a little towel in as soon as it starts jumping to 39.5 in between the two domes to actually allow a little gap where the hot air can ventilate out. Okay, even though we've turned it off, put a big gap where the heat can extract, and still my body goes up, which shows a very, very healthy immune reaction, and my body knows what it's doing. So it doesn't actually need the dome, or it doesn't need the heat, or it doesn't need anything anymore. It just keeps rising on its own. And 39.8. In order to show you, we're going to open up the gap even a little bit more to really let more air out, because I don't want to show you 39.9, but rather going slowly down to 39.7 again. And then once it slowly falls, then we hold the temperature. But we still have 39.8 and the temperature is holding very stable. Dome is now closed, or is it still open? Open, still open. So I would be easily up at 40 or above. So it's a really beautiful control that you can put in. Okay, as you can see, hopefully, I look as I feel. I'm suffering. No, I'm not. I actually enjoy it now. Not forget to drink. Think about 2 liters, and you can put 2-liter bottle behind you, maybe 1.5 if you don't want to flush yourself too much, but around 1.5 liters, because that's what you're going to sweat out. So you want to fill that in at the same time, and that's what you can do by drinking. Now, this is not apple juice. This is actually vitamin C, bioenergy C, and a bit magnesium that I've mixed in, and that makes it really nice to drink. It's very refreshing, and on the other side, it supports my immune system to do the job. You know, like through my accelerated breathing, which I do when you are not looking, like, but as soon as I have that, I have more oxygen in my blood. Together with vitamin C in my bloodstream, that creates hydrogen peroxide. And that's the killing agent of your white blood cells, and they need that in order to kill cancer. So that's how you create a medical treatment at home. I can't repeat it often enough. You don't want to go too far without control. This little iCelsius device, and we have the link on our website, is I think $50. Get it on Amazon, on every website, international order, but don't do it without. It really is too dangerous. 39.7, it's slowly sinking, and we let it go down naturally to 39.2, and then I open up and have a shower. And I won't film that. I'm actually exhausted. I could sleep now. I feel like I did a marathon, and that's actually what this whole thing is. It activates your blood circulation and your oxygen uptake so drastically that it really makes you feel like you've done a big workout, and that's the good thing. Okay, I had my shower without your presence, and now I've cuddled in bed. I have a very long, warm pants on, jogging pants, and a sheet t-shirt and a wool cloth underneath. And as you can see, a very warm woolen, bed sheet, really, really warm. And I really feel as if I have made a marathon. So I'm exhausted, I'm tired, but on the other side, I'm also extremely relaxed. The shower felt really good. I've showered warm to keep the heat, not to cool down, but not too hot, because my skin was really burning, and it feels like my whole skin is prickling. So even the blood circulation went out into the outer areas. So that feels great. And I'm going to have a little nap, and then I'm going to see you later. I'm now at 38.5 and slowly descending. I'm going to sleep another half hour and then I'm going to get ready for bed because it's about 6 o'clock at night and I can soon go to sleep. And then tomorrow I'm going to be reborn. Now, a lot of people say when they went through the hypothermia that afterwards they feel like, euphoria. I think I have to wait for that until tomorrow. Sometimes I have it too, but this time certainly not. I'm really, really exhausted, and good night.